Bonjour, c'est Madame Sako. Maintenant, nous allons étudier les verbes du leçon 18. Il y a quelques verbes qu'il faut apprendre maintenant. Bon, commençons. So, in lesson 18, we have three different types of verbs that we're looking at. The first one we're looking at is mettre, which is an irregular verb, which means to put on or to wear. So, we have these forms that must be memorized, again, because it's irregular. So, let's go. Repeat after me. Répétez après moi. Je mets. Tu mets. Il met. Elle met. Nous mettons. Vous mettez. Ils mettent. Elles mettent. And again, the verb mettre can be used to put, when you're talking about putting on clothing, it could be used to talk about turning on the TV or putting on the TV or putting something in something else. For example, putting the car in the garage or turning on the lights or turning on a computer or turning on music or putting on, I don't know, something on top of something else, like to set the table, for example, is another phrase that uses mettre. So lots of uses for the verb mettre. The future, je vais mettre, I'm going to put on. Tu vas mettre, you're going to put on, etc. The past, j'ai mis. Tu as mis, il a mis, he put on. And we saw this with the poem by Jacques Prévert that we studied with the passé composé. Another verb we're going to talk about are stem changing verbs. So far we've learned with regular ER verbs, when we conjugate them, we take off the ER and we add endings to the stem. So the stem is everything except for the ER. The verb acheter, to buy, for example, is the stem is ACHET. When we conjugate it, we take off the ER, we add E, ES, E, which you know, ONS, EZ, ENT. Okay? However, with the stem changing verbs, with acheter, notice that the infinitive does not have an accent mark on it. However, when we conjugate it, we have to add an accent mark to the je form, the tu form, the il form, the L form, and the il and L plural forms. The nu and the vous forms do not get accent marks. Okay? So again, répétez après moi. J'achète. Tu achètes. Il achète. Elle achète. Nous achetons. Vous achetez. Ils achètent. Elles achètent. So this type of stem changing verb, we go from not having an accent mark to adding an accent grave, and there are some that are similar, for example, the verb amener, which we'll look at in a few minutes. The future, je vais acheter. Notice that we don't add the accent mark here because it's the infinitive. In the past, j'ai acheté, and again, notice that we don't add the accent mark here, we add the regular accent aigu like we normally do to form the past participle. Another stem changing verb. We have the verb préférer, to prefer. In this case, the stem is everything but the ER. And notice that our stem has two accent aigus on it. However, when we conjugate this, when we change the stem, this time we don't add accents, we change the direction. So we turn the accent aigu into an accent grave. We have the ending. And it's the second E right here. And again, just like the verb acheter, we do this for all of the forms. For example, the singulars, préfère, elle préfère. So we do this for all of the singular forms. However, we don't do it for nous. Notice that we're going to keep the accent aigus, and we don't do it for vous. We keep the accent aigus, and we add the endings. However, we do it for the il préfère, the plurals, just like we did with achète. So, if you could, répétez après moi. Je préfère. Tu préfères. Il préfère. Elle préfère. Nous préférons. Vous préférez. Il préfère. Elle préfère. And again, notice the endings are the same, however we just change the accent mark. So there's two types of stem changers, acheter and amener, to buy and to bring. we talk about to bring, in this case, it's to bring a person somewhere, okay? These are the same, where this E and this E get the accent marks added. Then we have préférer, to prefer, and we have espérer, to hope or to wish for. And again, this E and this E, the accent mark changes direction. So, just to make one other thing clear, lastly, to bring, apporter and amener. Apporter, to bring a thing, like to bring something somewhere, or to bring a person. Apporter is a conjugated verb, it's a regular verb, regular ER verb, versus amener, which is a stem changing verb. All right, maintenant, on a fini. Maintenant, vous devez faire une petite activité sur Kia. Au revoir et à demain.